Hi everyone, it's Asuka here. In this video, I'm going to show you a trick to keep your nail tips from peeling and make them last longer. If you've ever had trouble keeping your gel-attached nail tips from popping off too soon, this little trick can really boost their longevity. By adding a little something extra, you can make them last longer. So please keep watching till the end. Okay, let's get started. Before we start extending the nails, let's start with nail care. If you apply gel without doing nail care first, you might end up applying gel onto the cuticles, which can cause the gel to peel off from that area. After removing the loose cuticles as a part of your nail care process, use a file to gently buff the surface of the nails. This process is called sanding, and by creating tiny scratches on the surface of your nails, it helps the gel to seep into them, improving its adhesion to your natural nails. Avoid vigorous sanding as this can thin the natural nail. Instead, gently hold the file and smoothly move it over the nail surface until it becomes slightly cloudy. Once you've filed the surface of your natural nails, it's time to remove any excess oils. Even if not visible, sebum from the skin is present on the nail surface, just like it is on the face or body. These oils are the biggest enemy of gel nails and are the #1 reason they peel off. So, to get rid of these oils, spray ethanol on the small pieces of kitchen paper and thoroughly wipe the nail surface. Many people who still experience peeling despite oil removal often wipe away using kitchen paper like this. While this method may clean the central part of the nail, it often misses the areas around the edges close to the skin. Since most peeling occurs around these nail edges, make sure to wipe these areas thoroughly. Once again, moisten kitchen paper with ethanol and use the folded corner to wipe all the way to the base of the nail. Now the preparation is complete. By ensuring proper nail care, sanding, and thorough removal of oils, even beginners can achieve long-lasting gel nails that are resistant to peeling. Once the preparation is complete, select the nail tips that fit your natural nail size before applying the base coat. When choosing the size, select ones that cover the entire width of your natural nails. If you're unsure about the size, I recommend you choose a slightly larger size rather than a smaller one. Even if the tips are slightly too large, you can easily trim them with a file. However, if the tips are smaller than the width of your nails, they may break or chip, resulting in a weaker finish. When looking at the nails from the side, press down on the skin and choose tips that cover the nail width properly like this, ensuring they are not smaller than the width of your nails. Another common mistake people make is pushing the tips forcefully to measure the size. If you do this, the final shape won't look beautiful, so rather than pressing the tips, just place them on the nails without pushing and see how they fit. Once you've chosen tips that match your nail width, cut the base of the tips to match the shape of your natural nails. Ensure that the shape of this part matches the base of your natural nails. You can either use a file or nail clippers to shape them. Now, here's a little trick to make it less likely for the nail extensions to come off. When you use gel to attach nail tips, the reason they come off easily is because of what's under those nail tips. What I mean by that is that the same preparation like sanding is needed for those too. The back side of the nail tip is smooth, right? If it stays smooth, when you attach it to the nail, it will detach easily. Therefore, what I recommend trying is to sand the back of the tips. Since it's difficult to sand it directly, we'll use a nail drill. Attach the rounded pink tip to the nail drill and gently apply it to the back of the tips to create scratches all over. Just by doing this, you can significantly increase the adhesion. After you sand, it should appear cloudy. Once it is, use a brush to remove all of the filing debris. That completes the preparation required for the tips. We can now proceed to applying the base coat. Apply the base coat by gently rubbing it in with small, smooth strokes, moving up and down. Doing it this way makes it easier for the gel to get into the scratches we made, making it stick better and less likely to peel off. Once the base coat is applied, cure it with the light. Now, let's attach the tips to your nails. If the nail tips are short, sticking them tightly from the base might not provide enough length. In that case, adjust the tips to the desired length and attach them slightly away from the base. Before applying the base coat, make sure to check the position where you'll be attaching the tips. Apply the base coat over the area where you'll place the tips. Then, take the base coat from the bottle again and add gel to the middle of the tip placement area. Gently place the tips on top of the applied base coat. Slowly tilt it from the base to prevent air from getting trapped. Lightly touch the tips with your fingers to check for any overflow. If there is any overflow, wipe it away with a wooden stick. While gently pressing it with your fingers, cure it. Next, soak some kitchen paper in ethanol and wipe away any sticky uncured gel remaining in the base coat area at the base. After wiping away the uncured gel, use a file to smooth the section between the tips and the natural nails. Use the corner of the file to gently apply pressure and remove any raised edges like this. Once you've smoothed out the edges, you'll want to use a file to create some scratches on the surface of the tips. Again, this is done to enhance the adhesion of the gel that will be applied over it. If it is too smooth, it will peel off easily. This is when you can shape your nails to the style you like. After filing, moisten kitchen paper with ethanol again and wipe away the filing debris. If you want to apply color gel after this, apply base coat before applying color gel. This time, I'm going to finish it by simply apply a top coat. Depending on the type of tip you are using, if the extended part feels weak and prone to denting easily, It's a good idea to add some thickness with a base coat or hard gel before applying color gel. Also, when you apply top coat to the back of the tip's number disappears. So let's make sure to apply it here as well. Once you finish applying the top coat, cure it. And that completes the process. When you're adding length with nail tips and gel, sanding the underside of the tips really boosts how well it sticks. Even a cheap nail drill can handle like filing, so I encourage everyone to give this a go. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button. And if you like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.